Well, I decided to do a little record shopping on a trip to Dallas. Wife came up here to go to our niece's baby shower. Of course, I didn't want to go to that, so I figured, had a couple of hours by myself. I figured I'd just take a trip through the rainstorms and come check out Josie Records. Claims to be America's largest record store. I've never been, so anyway, I walked in and it's pretty damn big. Um, just walking around, never been in here, so I didn't know where anything was. But you can see there's actually quite a few customers. Lots of trinkets. Here's some cassettes they had. Some new CDs, new releases, T-shirts. They didn't have any vintage shirts. Here was some records, box sets. I was looking at. They didn't have anything I really wanted. Again, definitely not that Green Day. I had my phone in my pocket, so sometimes I didn't get I didn't want to look like I was filming while I was in there. I didn't know how these people would react. These were all movies, DVDs. I didn't really look at that section much. I didn't see anything labeled music DVDs or anything, so at a glance, it looked like just regular DVD Blu-ray movies. Looked like they're expanding. Here was a little metal section. Looked like some re-releases, some stuff I wasn't really. I hadn't seen this Misfits CD, so taking a gander at that. Just kind of strolling around. I wasn't really record shopping, just kind of more curious what how the layout of this place was and what kind of prices they had. Which their used stuff they had good prices on. So this was all new. I don't really buy much new vinyl these days, so and I was kind of looking for a heavy metal section. So this was the used section. This guy here was going through. It was all alphabetical order. He was going through every stack looking for, just looking at everything. Like, dude, you don't have that Beatles album by now? I mean, come on. So it was like a couple of Uriah Heep albums here I was kind of interested in. Prices weren't bad. I mean, they were, used vinyls were between some 6 and some up to 10. And then they've got a section in the back. I'll probably show you later, but they had $1 and $2 CDs, but they were really rough. And not CDs, I'm sorry, LPs. So I had this one little section I was looking at. It had some CD box sets. Dude behind the counter didn't even ask if I needed help. I walked around the counter several times, and he was just sitting there on his computer. I don't know what. They kind of had a lot of employees, but they weren't real friendly or anything. Yeah, T-shirts, and then over here you can see I was looking at. I was trying to point at a CD that It was a Sword box set CD. I was kind of interested in it, and it didn't have a price on it. And like I said, I stood there for a while. A guy never asked if he could help me. So, and my theory is if they don't ask for help, then they don't want to make a sale. So you see, I just keep coming back over to him like he doesn't even look at me. So these posters over here, this place had more posters than I've ever seen in one location. What was cool was there was actually when I first thumbed through the posters, you'll see a glimpse of it here. Yeah, it's right here. It's like just barely started thumbing through it, and there was a Dead Horse poster from Peaceful Death and Pretty Flowers. So that was kind of cool. Yeah, some cassettes. They didn't have any metal cassettes. There wasn't even any 80s metal, hair metal, glam rock, whatever you want to call it. They didn't have any of that. Yeah, big selection of 45s. Didn't see many, like any rare 7 inches, but just all these old 45s from like the 70s and 60s. Nothing I'd be interested in. But as you can tell, it's I don't know if it's America's largest record store, but it's pretty damn big. But here's all the posters. Look at all these posters rolled up. It's insane. All them posters. Like, there's no way I'm gonna go through there, unroll all these posters just to see what posters they are. So yeah, I think they need to come up with a better. The ones in the cardboard with the plastic over them. That's the way. That's the way you. But most of these posters were expensive. That Dead Horse poster was $150. There was some other posters I saw that it was like a Depeche Mode poster from Music of the Masses. I remember that poster when that album came out, and it was like $120. So, yeah, I wasn't. There's no way, dude. I'm gonna go look at all these posters. There's no way I'm gonna pick these up, unroll it to find out it's Gloria Stefan or something. You know, it's just no way. But yeah, so just I can you tell you how many posters? Thousands of posters. And then I ended up finding a few used CDs of some stuff I didn't have. One I actually had, but it was actually kind of a rare CD that you don't see every day. So I went ahead and picked it up. It's not as good a copy as the one I bought. I bought mine brand new when it came out, but I walked over to the counter to check out, and then I saw another little section of records and saw some metal in there. So I stopped and looked at it. Had some pretty good stuff. Had some OG presses. Weren't bad copies. Weren't great copies, but prices were so-so on those. Um, anyway, dug through some of these just see if anything popped out, but there was nothing really that I just had to have. So all in all, I checked out and I spent about $30, and that's kind of a low number for me. If I go into a record store, I usually will drop at least $100 on stuff. But yeah, just didn't have the quality of things that I generally look for. I didn't see hardly any death metal, black metal, anything like that. The punk albums were kind of the standard fare for punk. Like you see, this Ramones there, which that's not a bad album, but I think it was priced at I think it was around $50 for that one. So anyway, overall in all, I would give this record store probably a C minus. Um, just the layout was weird. Like it didn't flow very well. You kind of maybe they did that on purpose to make you walk around the whole store. I don't know. So anyway, here's the pickups I got. This was Shrine Builder. It's a stoner rock super group. Wino, Al Cisneros, um, Scott Kelly from Neurosis, and Dale Crover from the Melvins. So that's a rare one to find. And I got Sword, Use Future. I had the vinyl, but I didn't have it on CD, so I went ahead and picked it up for $8. And then this is Screw, Angel Seed. I didn't have this on CD either. So I snagged it, Houston band, and Suicidal Tendency sealed promo of Show Me the Money. I thought that was kind of neat. And it was sealed. I was like, man, $5, I'll take it. So I did pick up a few items, but you know, normally I get more than that, and especially a record store that large. I figured I'd get a lot more. Overall, I'd give this record store probably a C minus, just as far as quality of stuff that they had in there. It was nothing for my taste. I mean, everybody's different, but they did have customers in there. The store layout was kind of all over the place. I didn't really like that much, but I mean, if I lived in Dallas and it was close by, I'm sure I could pick up some good stuff there if I swung by there often enough. But I wouldn't make a special trip to Dallas for it. I can tell you that. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. Like and subscribe. Thank you.